Hi Scorpio, welcome to your June reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. How are you guys feeling? So, before I start, I want to let you know that after a long time, I am finally back doing my personal readings. So, if you have been waiting or if you feel guided this month to get a personal reading from me, then you can find the information in the description box. No pressure, just letting you guys know. Okay, so a lot of energy at the moment, Scorpio. There's eclipses, there are retrogrades. It's just a lot of friction, basically. Also, really positive because we can really make some steps forward. We can really release certain things, feel, more that sense of freedom coming in with the Aquarius energy. But there's also things we sort of have to look at and be conscious with. So before I say anything else, if you are have been suffering in the past or are suffering from any type of mental illness or disorder, so for example anxiety, depression, all of those things, or just overall are more sensitive to those type of energies, then be very aware of that this month. All right, so this month can really enhance certain type of feelings and emotions, and just overall feeling that sense of energy flow that gets you out of balance and things like that. So if you just try and be very conscious of it, not try to jump too quickly to any conclusions or trying to find a reason why you feel a certain way. Just trying to look and find comfort in things, and also by knowing that it will pass, and in July it will feel a lot better. So if those moments and those feelings pop up at any time in this month, be conscious that it's the energy and it's a trigger for you. So all I'm saying, I just want to make sure you guys are okay. I already picked out a card. Actually, I was meditating and I shuffled this deck. I feel really guided to use this deck this month, the Starseed Oracle, and I'm going to read this card for you guys from the book. It is The Weight of the World. The Weight of the World. Such amazing artwork. Cannot get over that. I'm gonna put it right here and read this card for you guys. Alright, Scorpio. You do not need to carry it all. You're not good to anyone if you're running on empty or bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's, to stop carrying the world's problems on your shoulders, to put your own oxygen mask on first. In these times, it's hard to not feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you cannot take on its problems from a place of energetic depletion. This card is thanking you for carrying so much. You want to build a better world and ease the road for others, and that is incredible. But the way you've been doing it is likely unsustainable. This isn't to say that you should switch off to the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so you're not constantly taking out energetically. The planet needs you to be healthy, both physically and emotionally. So instead of digesting the news of reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, show up first to nourishing practice such as meditation, soul inquiry, deep breathing, or exercising in nature. Once you're in a state of grace and your inner well is full, then you can face the day, the state of the world, and care for others. And at the day's end, take an energetic shower by emptying out anything that is not yours to carry. You can pick it up again in the morning if you so choose, but give yourself time and space to rejuvenate and to rest. All right, so this is the thing. They're seeing your hard work, they're seeing that you care, they see that you're trying to sort of come up with solutions or caring a lot for maybe it's close friends, family members, or just overall, people around you. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. Makes you a beautiful soul, Scorpio. Yet it shouldn't completely deplete you of all your energetic energy, and also not of your well-being, basically. So it's about finding a balance, finding a sustainable way of doing it, finding a way where you also get recharged and not completely only be depleted. You see, and it's not either or, it can be both. And we're in Gemini season, and it's something I said as well to Cancers, for your fellow water signs. It's important to know that you can do both. You can have those days where you really just focused on healing, recharging, resting, and not feeling guilty about those days, not feeling guilty that you're not out there or you're maybe not showing up. No, it's about having those responsibilities. Yes, we all do, all have those earthly responsibilities we have to take care of, but it doesn't always have to be that necessarily morning or that necessarily day if you're energetically just not recharged, if you're not feel inspired, if you're not feel motivated. Try and tune into what your body needs, what your soul needs, what your emotionally needs are at that moment, and cater to that, without feeling any guilt or things like that. And in the moment when you're full, when you take on those responsibilities and you want to show up and you want to do those things, then you can really do it from a healthy place, and that's really good karma at the same time. Because if you give of yourself, which you don't have to give, and you keep constantly doing it and thinking, well, it will come back to me, it's actually neglecting yourself, and that's not a healthy energy. And what comes in, if you are sort of contributing to that cycle, what comes in is constantly similar things that drain you, things that only take and not give, and it's a level. So that's a card that I got for you, Scorpio. And I think that's a good way to start off with, because you have a lot of second house and ninth house activation. So that is sort of asking you to look at different options about how you, for example, make your money, your finances, the things you own. Are things really serving you, or is it just so cloudy that you can't even really function? Or do you have like all these stuff storage for someone else that just kind of sort of never picked it up again, and it's like your house is full of that? It's like releasing, purging, letting things go, but also looking at new ways and new options, how to integrate maybe something small that makes a really big difference, things like that. That's what I'm picking up on. I'm going to start shuffling for you guys. June energy. Mercury is also going retrograde. Look at that. The King of Cups. So Mercury is going retrograde on June 18th. We have the eclipse, the solar eclipse at the same time, 3 days later, 21st of June as Cancer season. Okay, so there's a lot surrounding how do you feel about it, but how does it make you feel? That's the thing. That's with everything. Is just overall responsibilities. That is your money, your finances, your health, your private life, your hobbies, anything you're following. How does it make you feel? Is it energetically still in alignment, or are you out of alignment with something that's actually really good for you, and that's why you're not vibrating with it? Really tuning in. I see this King of Cups as that, getting to that comfortable level with that, getting to a level of like, okay, I established now certain things for myself which I can flow with, and it's not emotionally or spiritually just very draining or hurtful, So overall, King of Cups, feeling good, feeling alignment. Let me see. There we go. The Hangman with the Ace of Wands. It's because you're looking at opportunities to bring back the passion, to bring back that excitement, that motivation for you. And it's definitely when it comes to your finance, what I'm feeling, you're ready to like really look at the options, seeing this past momentum as a really positive opportunity, something that can actually create that space to look at things from a different perspective. So what I see with this is that even if you could have felt very stagnant, very worked against, or things just not working out, things not flowing, this month is a month where you feel like, wow, I really had that pause moment. I'm having that pause moment, but it's bringing all these opportunities for me to really start to feel happy again in my life, what I am, the life that I have created, the life that is unfolding. So if you've been waiting for somebody to communicate again towards you, to show their emotions and feelings towards you, I see that coming in the month of June. Venus is also in retrograde, so a lot of old people can start showing up, and especially when Mercury goes retrograde as well. These eclipses will tell you exactly what is bringing you out of balance. It's also good to clear out your closets, maybe an emotional closet. Where are you being on the fence about? What is that thing that you're like, I know I shouldn't, but I just can't help myself, or I know I should start looking at it from that point of view, but I'm afraid because it might end up hurting me, or it might give off the wrong impression or something like that. Like you're on the fence and holding on to something that is actually taking so much time and energy and space, maybe in your mind, maybe in your heart, maybe just really in your physical, touchable world, surroundings. Like, what are you juggling? What are you keeping around that actually only takes, but it's sort of, it's in my life, so I just have to. What is that? Right? What else coming in for my Scorpio? Wow. Okay. So why are they showing up like that? Why are they asking you to really have a closer look at what you're keeping around? Because there's not enough space for this to come in. There needs to be some releasing. There needs to be some open area where things can come and flow in. You see how beautiful this is? The Star card with the 4 of Swords and then the 10 of Cups. That's beautiful, Scorpio. That is realizing what it's all about. Where it's truly about, what is truly in alignment with you, what now can be released, what now can be coming in. I see passion, I see happiness, I see vibrant life, I see recharging. So you're taking it on this month. You're actually doing what the cards are asking you to do, what the universe is trying to guide you towards. Like, listen, we love you, Scorpio. We love how you care and take care of other people and are caring about the world and about its condition right now. And how can we change that and make plans and start movements and all of these things. We love you. But can we find a way where you can do that without hurting yourself in the process, without neglecting yourself in the process? You see? And that's the thing. That's where the gaining is at. It's not necessarily by changing your intentions. No, because your intentions are good. Your intentions are good. But I think slowly but surely, right, along this year has been progressing. I see that certain fairy tales of, but that person is just, it's what it is, and it's, it's in alignment, it's fine, doesn't take anything from me, it's good, it will come, it will get better. What is like now that moment when you think, No, it's time. You see, because 2020 is all about showing up as self. Everybody's showing up in the true self. You see things coming out. People have been hiding for like 20 years. It's like all of a sudden everything is out. You can't expect that things just still being painted in a certain, shade range when it's actually the complete opposite. It's just not gonna work. And it's also not gonna work because a lot of people do not feel comfortable anymore in the hiding, do not feel comfortable in painting something that's just not not meant to be that color. You see a lot of people coming out about their sexuality or I don't know, shifting their career around. A lot of things when it comes to politics are really, being just brought out in bright daylight. Like, this is 2020. Like, what do you expect? And the thing is that it's not necessarily about, okay, here you go, here's the truth, and now we have to all deal with this, or this is like the secrets are coming out and it's necessarily a bad thing. No, it's because why be something or hold on to something that's not meant for you or that's only hurting you? Like, it's about that sense of freedom. I don't have to bottle it up anymore. I don't have to act like I like this when I really don't like this, when it's not for me, but it's been around for so long. And this year like 2020 2021 is all about adjusting. And then we built this whole new foundation, you see, this whole new way of doing things. And then years after 2022, wow, I am having a hard time really coming up, how do you say that, 2023, that's a lot of words. I just now noticed it. I'm sorry, late to the party. That's the thing, that's when we can really set things in motion and things like that. But right now, this year is about really unraveling everything, and then seeing for what it is. Is it actually still connected? You see, sometimes you have like a rope, you braid it and you can't really see which one is connected to which one anymore. It's like all braided together. But when you unbraid it, unravel it, you see you have like 3 separate ropes that are not even that connected, but because we made it into one, it looks cute. It looks like a oneness, but it was never really truly connecting. You see, so it's all unraveling right now. Really powerful, very, very powerful. So what I see with this is that you're gonna have your happy ending, okay? Like I was already talking about those fairy tales. But this fairy tale is not what the world says it should look like. What we learned about, growing up with Disney movies, about how it should be, like the happily ever after. It's your happily ever after. Something that you were supposed to flow towards. Not what society says you should be doing by the age of 43 or 22, or 56 or 70, right? The other day, I think it was like, 3 days ago, something. I saw a couple that was together, 2 women. And they both had like their whole life, the white picket fence and family, husband, all of that. And by the age of 70, they just fell in love with their best friend. Like, there were 2 girls there, women on the age of 70, that all of a sudden developed all these feelings and emotions for that other person, realizing that that's actually the truth. And they're so happy. They lived a certain life and they were fine with it, because that's just what it was. And then at the age of 70, they transformed. It was in 2020. They were like, whoa, opening up to this whole realization of, that's also a side of me. That's also a part of me. Maybe it took my entire life to come towards that point when I'm comfortable with that and I can actually allow that experience to come in. It's all about experience. Life is about experiencing connections with people, connections with knowledge and wisdom and just soul lessons and discovering things about yourself. And you're never too old to discover new things about yourself, you see, because it's not age related. It's all about where you are at in your journey. So having your happily ever after that fits you. It's not written in a storybook. It's about feeling completely connected to where you are, to who is in your life, to what you're doing, to who place you give from. You see, this is really positive. Keep hearing positive momentum. So powerful. All right. It's Gemini season, so I ramble a lot. I just keep on talking. So, okay, it will pass next month. Look at that. People celebrating, coming together, happy for you. Beautiful. Beautiful. You're getting what you want, Scorpio. Because you see, when you walk away, see how beautiful that is? When you walk away and you establish so healthy boundaries and letting go of things, you can see that there's so much more out there for you. That's the 9th house, okay? So the Cancer eclipse, solar eclipse, is activating your 9th house. And she will tell you exactly where you want to expand towards, being curious, looking at the options, traveling. Doesn't necessarily have to be physical travel, because that's quite hard, but it stays around, It's coming 6 months, you will figure out what's in alignment with you and what isn't. And maybe it's even physically moving to a new place where you can pick up on the energy, because that's the thing. That's why we feel a certain way when we enter certain countries or cities. The city, the place itself, the people, they hold a certain type of energy. And when you get into that energy flow, you're like, whoa, I can all of a sudden think so clearly, or I can all of a sudden really relax, or really enjoy something, or feel inspired, and I'm writing all these things. That's the thing. You gotta find that place that it's energetically connected, in alignment with you, your authentic self. But in order to really tap into that, you have to start unraveling and discovering what is truly in alignment with you. What do you want to leave behind? Where do you want to go? But that's the thing. This is what the first card was about. You see, use this energy of being fair and just, but yet setting those boundaries when it comes to carrying the world. You see, it's literally holding the world in the hands. So it's time to cut certain energetic bonds with that. And I feel it's unjust feelings of responsibility, because you're carrying things that are not your responsibility. Page of Pentacles, exactly. Queen of Pentacles. That's the thing. You see, Page and the Queen, meaning that you go start something and you build upon that. Keep on building upon that, because you're on the right track. Exactly. Success, triumph, overcoming, transformation, feeling appreciated, feeling welcomed, feeling like you're being seen for the hard work you put in. Because that's the thing, the moment where you feel like, okay, I'm gonna set some healthy boundaries. I'm not just gonna give, and then, let it all happen in the dark. Nobody's really actually appreciating anything. No, it's about setting healthy boundaries. This is what you have to give. You see, he's very clear about what he has to give. That's it, and not more. That's it. And you see, it's growing. The pentacle is growing, expanding. Expansion, Scorpio. Expansion, building up, starting something and expanding it. That's what I'm feeling really strongly. And that's what is happening with your, just overall, the good feels, the soul connection, the journey you're on. You're happily ever after. it fits you like a glove. Might not be in alignment with anybody else, but it's your story. All right, so great vibes. I love this for you guys. Love this, honestly. I'll pick up a sorry, Scorpio, the camera stopped recording. I was saying I pick up a spirit message for you for the month of June. There we go. We have ground yourself. Beautiful. Once again in alignment with the whole message. Being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now it's time to become centered and allow Spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect with divine source. So, a time to ground yourself. So if you feel that energy when you're, your mood swings are quite heavy, or you're irritating, you're feeling irritated, or annoyed, or impatient, or unfocused, or very distracted, all of those things, just signs that you have to recharge a little bit, undo yourself of some energy, and recenter yourself, ground yourself. This could also just, by going and spend some time in nature at this time. Scorpio, that was it. Please hit the like button, not only on my videos but also on other people's videos out there. It really helps the channels grow and stay on here. So thank you so much for listening to this reading. I'll send you guys some prayers. I'll send you love and light and healing energy, and I hope soon good things are knocking on your front door, Scorpio. Alright, I love you. I'll see you soon. Take good care of yourself, please. Bye.